Hello YouTube and welcome back to Diaries of a Useless Member of Society, post-commentary edition, where I am continuing my post-commentary, because it's never going to end ever. Well, I mean it will next episode, but until then we're gonna go to Distant Spring and I'm just gonna talk, because that's all I ever do with my life at this point, just talking about bullshit. Because that's my life. Bullshit. Anyway. Yeah, okay. So, geez, I don't even have anything to talk about today. Well, I guess I kind of do. Okay, I'll just, whatever. I'll wing it! Fuck it, we'll do it live. Do it live. Whatever. So, now that I'm not playing the game and not trying to play the game and talk because I'm doing post-commentary, I'm just gonna mention post-commentary like every couple minutes just to drive the point home that I'm doing post-commentary. Did I mention I'm doing post-commentary? Because I am. Anyway, this is actually, like, this is the level that I really wanted to get to when I first, bought the Pikmin game, because I'm going to tell a couple of stories. So basically, there are two games, well, every game I had for the GameCube, I was never good at because I was a child at the time, and I knew how to read, and I could read well, but I thought, reading's dumb, why would I need to read while I'm playing video games? So, I never really read anything while playing video games. Like, I read a couple things, like, sometimes. I'll get to that later, but I never read. But besides reading, I also was, young, so I didn't really understand too many things. So I didn't really know how to play games very much. So, I had my mom and brother. They would help me out with, hard parts, and by hard parts, I mean the entire game, and I would just kind of watch them. And that was basically my childhood, but, I had the cases for these games back when I actually owned them proper, but, so back then, I had the case, and, I'd look at the back of the cases and see, people doing different things, and, being further in the game than I ever ever thought I could be. And, this was one of the ones that I've seen. And there was this level, they were getting this part in the the spotty bull bear over on the other side of the water was, chasing them while they had this, while they were carrying that back to base. And I was just like, whoa, that looks fucking cool as hell. I was like, I want that. I want to do that. And I thought, wow, I want to get to that level. I never did. We never got past the Forest of Hope. None of us in the family, because we're all dumb. Well, only me and Mom tried to play it. My brother didn't. So yeah, that was one of the things I really wanted to get to, and I never did, but I thought it was really cool, and I kept, getting the game because of it, because I was like, I want to see it. I want to see all this water and cool, lush greenery. It was neat, and I wanted it for myself. But besides that, another game that I couldn't figure out was Animal Crossing, because Animal Crossing is literally all reading. And so I would start the game and restart the game a lot, and I could never get far. I could never get past Tom Nook's trial of do all my work for me. Because I never read. I would never get past the part where he's like, okay, go talk to everybody in the village and come back to me, because, I didn't read that part. And then, finally, when I couldn't figure it out, I was like, okay, fine, I'll listen to what you have to say. And by that point, you just go back to him and you talk to him, and he's just like, oh, aren't you the social butterfly? And that was, the only thing I ever remember. That line, I hate that line now because of that. Because he's always just like, oh, aren't you such a social butterfly? Get back out there and do your job. And I'm like, what am I actually supposed to do? Because I didn't know. The third and final game that I can remember off the top of my head that I could never get far in on the GameCube, because that was like that was like my first system besides the Nintendo 64, which I guess I could never get far in Zelda either. But besides that, the last game was Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. That was a game that I could not figure out for the life of me. I never got past the first part, I believe, actually, where you have to go, like, talk to your boss and oh no, talk to Professor Fuckface, and then talk to your sister, and then talk to, well, not talk to your sister, but talk to the guy that's breaking his back under the table. And you gotta go talk to, then you gotta go find your sister at Professor Coco's land. So yeah, I could never really get past that part, but like, no, I got past that part. I got past Professor whatever his face's lab, and then I got to the what's it called, the docks or whatever. This, I'm just gonna call it Slateport, even though I know it's not Slateport because it reminds me of Slateport. I'm just gonna call it Slateport, so it's Slateport now. So I got to Slateport, and the one thing that I always remembered in that game was the idle animation that your character would do when you wouldn't, like, when, oh god, I wasted the nectar on one Pikmin. I remember I was bitching about that for a while, but I remember the one thing I always remembered from that game was the idle animation, where your character just, you leave him be for a while, you know, like idle animations fucking are. If you leave him be for a while, he'll just start like standing there across his arm and start tapping his foot. I remember that, and like whenever like me and my mom, or whenever I went into like town or anything, I'd always remember it, and then like I'd just be waiting around and I'd just cross my arms and start tapping my foot like a retard, because that was just what I remembered, and it was a cool time. So yeah, that was neat. I probably have more game stories. The only game that I actually got really far in, the only game I ever beat, like well, not the only game, but one of the first games I can remember that I beat all on my own, without any help from anybody, was Kirby 64. Kirby Crystal Shards, Crystal Canvas Curse, whatever. So that was like one of the first games I ever beat on my own for the Nintendo 64, because it didn't require reading or anything. I mean, I didn't get the true ending or the true final boss or anything like that, because fuck that. But I did beat the final boss. The final boss. I never got all the crystal shards. There's this one in the beach level that I can't remember. Not beach level, Aqua Star. That's what it's called. There's one level in Aqua Star that there's a crystal shard where you like go into this cave, and then like you have to break the there's like a wall. I think it's like a rock wall, because like in that game, if you've played it before, you know that there's like certain walls that you can only break with certain power-ups. I believe it was like a rock wall or something like that. And after you like break the wall and like you swim under, there's a crystal shard just kind of like floating there. And I think you have to fly up to it. I don't know. I haven't played the game in a while, and I've never actually beaten the game 100% because of it. I'm going to play it sooner or later after I actually finally complete Kirby's Dream Land 3. I haven't done that yet. I've been doing a lot of things recently, playing a lot of games, a lot of RPGs, a lot of other bullshit, a lot of Pokemon. I've been playing too much Pokemon. Jesus Christ. I need a life. But, you have to, like, fly up and get it, but I could never, because you can't fly infinitely in that game. I could never, like, fly up and grab it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can just straight up fly up and grab it, but I just couldn't do it for the life of me. Maybe you need a certain power-up or something that I wasn't aware of, but I just couldn't get it. That was another game I played a lot. I think that's about all the games I really remember me playing as a whatever, as a child. So, yeah. What other things have I? Other things to talk about? Because I'm just reminiscing on stuff. Because this was like what made me want to buy this game. I remember I saw Pikmin 2 in the stores one time, and I was like, I need to buy it, but I never did, and I should have, because God. Speaking of things I should have done as a child, I'm just gonna preface everything by that. Speaking of, did I mention I'm doing post-commentary? Gotta loop the jokes around, or they're not funny. Nothing I say is funny. Anyway, when I was smaller, there I'll say it in a different way, but it means the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. When I was smaller, there was a local game store, and said local game store had a store credit system, and because of it, I took back games a lot. Like, a lot. So, like, there's a lot of games that were pretty rare that I should have, but just don't anymore because of... Alright, and here is the Pikmining of fucking 2016. Because Wallywogs aren't dying as fast as they should, and they're broken. And at this point, I just didn't care. I was like, fuck it, whatever. More Pikmin die, who cares? Not me, that's who. So, yeah. I lost a lot of Pikmin. I lose a lot of Pikmin. Pikmin are dead. Everybody's dead. Anyway, we had a game store with a store credit system. And because of it, I took back a lot of games and I bought other games, but God, there's so many games that I missed out on and I should have kept because, God, they're so expensive now. Like Pikmin 2, every other game under the sea. Metroid Prime, I think, is pretty expensive. I haven't checked because I don't really like the Prime games too much. Plus, the trilogy is out on Wii, stuff like that. So many games. I remember at one point, like, this pissed me off. Like, it made me generally angry. The 3DS was just coming out, and of course, I am a guy who likes games, so I wanted to stay in it. I wanted to stay in the loop. Even though there wasn't too many games out for it that I actually wanted. Yeah, I still just wanted the system. I just wanted it, and it was going to be great. Right? Wrong. Very wrong. I did get it before the price dropped, so I got all those free games, so that was neat. But besides that, because I wanted it so bad, the game store had like 2 of them. Our local game shop. Now, he was having some hard times. He never really got too much business. And his store credit system basically crippled him to a point of no return. But because of it, I wanted the 3DS. So I was like, I know, if I can get like I can just get like enough store credit to buy it. I racked up $153 of store credit in that store, bringing back games that I wouldn't play or didn't want anymore, etc., etc., just so I could get a 3DS, not a new 3DS, because that's a different thing, which is a dumb name for it. I'm still not over that. And at that point, he like kind of looks at me, and he's just like, you do know you can't buy game systems with store credit, right? And I'm like, no, I did not know that. So all those games I used to have, could have had, are all gone. Want to know what else is gone? All of my store credit, because when I was in California, I went to California on vacation. He went out of business. He went on vacations a couple times before he went out of business. And I never really went there because there wasn't any games I really wanted at the time. So I never really bothered going there. And he went out of business. And because of it, I lost all my store credit, all my games, all potential games I could have had, etc., etc. And, God, I don't think I'm ever gonna forgive him. If you're out there, Van, I know your name. I don't know your last name, but your first name's Van. I know that much. If you're out there, game store guy, still have games, I'll buy them from you. That's all. I'll buy your games from you. I want them. So now that the video is coming to an end, let's talk about what happened today. God damn, I was playing really horribly this entire day when I was actually recording this. I was just playing terribly. Terribly. I was doing really bad. Nothing was going right. Lost a whole bunch of Pikmin because Wollywogs, for some reason, weren't staying down like they usually do. And my Pikmin weren't getting up as fast as they should to get out of the way of the Wollywogs. And because of that, I lost a lot of Pikmin. So, it was a terrible day. I lost a lot of Pikmin. You'll see the dip. I think I lost like 60, maybe. I think I lost 60, somewhere around that. And God, I was just playing horribly today. In the next episode, I also play pretty bad, so get ready for that. Spoilers. Not really. Who cares? Nobody watches these. Wink. Not really. Everybody watches these. My videos are the best. Confidence is the key to success. I know that for a fact. Somebody told me that. I don't know. I lost 46 today. I sprouted 61. So I kinda made up for it. You can see the dip in the reds and then the slow increase of them, but it's really not that good because I went from like 126 to like, oh yeah, I did go from 126 to 180 exactly. Damn, I actually did. I did the math, or I remembered, but the math was correct, so I could have just did the math to actually see how much I lost compared to how much I didn't. Whatever. So anyway, this has been Diaries of a Useless Member of Society, Pikmin Edition, Post-Commentary Edition, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry, and Knuckles. See you in the next episode. Bye. Where's the stop button? It's over here. Okay, now. Super bye. Click.